Hiyo itakuwa nyingi sana. Akiweka kijiko kimoja. Ama itakuwa nyingi. Itakuwa nyingi. Tii kula hiyo. So umempatia bado unataka kumpatia. Alafu chunga nguo. All right, everybody. It's almost 2:21. Now you understand today I've been luxury laxed. Niliona tu shule ukikula vizuri, ukifika nyumbani unaanza kulalamika. All right, guys, welcome once more. It is another day of reaction. You know, I've really gone through a lot of videos, but I went to this graduation yesterday for my daughter, and I think it was a bit rainy, and me with a lot of rain, especially when I'm out, it's not so good for me. You remember I was in a tent and it was an open space. In fact, I had to run away and go to an office. All right. So today again, we had a prayers day for my son and graduation for my niece. So I went late to my niece's graduation. Alaf Raza, welcome. Hi. I hope you're doing well. Welcome here. Thank you so much for showing up. And if you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Guys, things are hot with telenovas all over Nyabohanse. I don't know even where to begin. I've seen Masubo interviewing the former wife to Mayugno. I've seen something on Brenda Erumbi. I've seen something else on Mapopo. Mapopo saying they have now moved to the new house. I've again seen a lot on this guy known as Daniel. I am very fine, Altaf Raza. How about you? I hope you're doing well also. I hope you're good. Welcome here and big up to you for being the top fan #1. I really appreciate. And anybody else watching us, I'm so glad you're here. Whichever perspective you are taking, no problem, as long as we consider the guidelines. Oh, salam alaikum, Altaf Raza. Niliishi na a lot of Muslim friends and Arabic friends at the coast, and I really loved interacting with them. Oh, alhamdulillah. Okay. Hata mimi kwangu ni alhamdulillah. Niko salama sana. Wassalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. All right. So, wacha tumshukuru Mungu for this day. Wanasema suba watala. There is something they know as suba watala watala walan. Hey. So, yeah, I lived with a lot of Muslim friends at the coast, and they are one of the best people to interact with. Actually, they have a lot of love that I don't see from our other side as Christians. I don't know. I'm just saying it. So I hope nobody will be attacking me. But I just see that our Muslim friends sometimes are very loving and very friendly. Paulina Bill, hello, welcome. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Subhala. Subhala Watala. I think it's like that. We used even to do the sacred spirituals from the Arabic culture. And some teachers could train the students and they do them very well. Muhammad Wasulai. Yeah, so I love it. All right, so back here. Please, as you come in, if you are new here, you know the tingo, please subscribe to the channel. Also like my video, share it with your friends. And again, remind your friends to subscribe to the channel just to support a sister here who is struggling on the channel. Yeah. So Altaf Raza says, true. Yeah, I'm very right. Because I remember those days whenever the Arabic friends had a holiday or the Muslim friends, they could welcome you and you really have a nice time, you know. They treat you just very well. And I really loved it. And I can actually have as many friends as possible from that because they are really, really, really realistic. I think what I can say, they are very realistic. And you find that when they show you true love, they actually show you true love. And if they are just not happy with what you are doing, they'll just show you that. They don't really like a hypocritical aspect. Altaraza says, I'm from India. Wamaste. India, I've really seen a lot of people following me. Even on, when I come to analytics, it tells me I have a lot of people from India. Peter Wekesa, karibu sana, Ovolorie. Ovolorie, my brother. I hope you are doing well, okay? Yeah, so welcome. Karibu sana ingo. Kumwada hama cheni kohurula nyabo hanze and back in Kowaka in Italy. All right, so thank you so much for showing up here. Okay, Skamara, welcome. A lot on the streets. I've just not had a lot of time to sit down and talk about these things. But I've just said, before I sleep, I will not spare Marwa, I will not spare Dee MWANGO, and I will not spare David Jr. on some things. All right? I'm from Kenya. Altaf Raza is asking. I'm from Kenya. So welcome to Kenya. If you are in India, remember Kenya is one of the countries with a lot of drama. And you're going to see the drama from the three characters I'm discussing here. And that is David Jr., the sister Dee MWANGO, and the other brother Marwa. Actually, I don't know how many of you would actually think that you know so much only to go somewhere and prove that you don't know so much, you know? I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying here. But I want to bring to you some video. But before that, why can't we just talk? In fact, sometimes I wish like I would just talk without bringing these videos here. Because with the communication laws and all that, we don't know what is going to happen. Altaf Razia says, I love Kenya. Welcome to Kenya. And you will see what we have. We can't now say Hakuna Matata. We used to say that, but now, of late, we may not say Hakuna Matata because we've had Matata here and there. All right, so the RAM. Okay, so let me just talk about some things before I bring them here. Dee MWANGO goes to Kowasco or whatever it is. Then she begins to learn how to make tea. I'm like, really? This interracial relationship will kill us now. So Dee MWANGO does not know how to prepare tea again. Of course, in Kenya, we have several ways of preparing tea. You can prepare tea from the stove or the gas. And what you'll do is you will start with water. Maybe you put in your milk. And after that, you put in your tea leaves, and sugar. But now, when you are preparing tea from your cup, of course, tea bags, you place the tea bags first, then you pour in your tea. That is what happens, right? Yeah, and we have so many other ways. I don't want to talk about it. But then, how about washing dishes? If you're washing dishes and we have the utensils, let's say the modern utensils right around there. If you don't know how to use it, you better ask. But then, I just saw this video called Our Morning Routine, Interracial Couple Living in Krakow, Poland. Hey, even, even after Dee MWANGO was told by people, stop talking about interracial, she's still insisting. Interracial couple living Krakow. I'm like, when did you begin living? I thought you just visited and you said you have a visa that will allow you to travel back and forth so that they don't see you like a burden. So, the lady seems to be actually in skies, in airs, because of being in Poland, Krakow. Now, let's just look at some things here. The lady is being taught on how to prepare tea, and I'm like, hey, sorry, sister. This is just too much, sister. But before that, what was this? Oh, there was some preparation of a meal in the first place. If you are new here, please understand I'm doing a reaction. I watch a video, I see some things in it, and I have to react. Just by dropping my comments and also letting those who have watched also comment right here. Mitoto, you're not finishing to eat, babies.
Wow, it is suited for cooking.
So good for cooking, yeah? We used it yesterday. I would prefer that than the other oils. For sure. Look, guys, we don't have that. Okay? So, I don't know where to begin from. Okay, that's our pan. He always says I don't need to use any other thing to beat the eggs. You just put them on the pan direct. So I also learned how to do that.
Hey, let me just remove something from the gas.
And then, oh, it's touch. Okay, that's really good. Wow. Samsung, my favorite actually. Samsung girl. Even my favorite phone is Samsung and all that. Yeah. Which one did I light on? Is it the one? Yeah? I'm not so sure.
Okay, leave it to me. Thank you.
I don't know. We start with eggs. So on today's menu, guys, we have eggs and oats, our favorite. The only thing we're missing is the spring onion. We tried looking for it yesterday, we didn't get it. Maybe today we'll go to the market and check it out and buy it.
What about the mushrooms?
Oh,
Oh my goodness. So we have eggs, we have oats and mushrooms. We went to the market, we didn't find the spring onions. And I'm like, if this guy stays here and people from these countries like having the kitchen garden, why isn't there a kitchen garden, for example? And when you have a kitchen garden, you can easily plant these spring onions and any other kind of onion that you need for consumption, if that is what you love. Or are you just doing for camera purposes? Because I wouldn't have to mention what I needed to buy and missed it. I would just, if I'm preparing a meal, automatically, even when we are teaching students on how to write recipes, we tell them not to mention what they don't have. So why would somebody come and begin to mention something that they don't have? And then I'm not going to prepare it, you know? Like, if I'm preparing maybe some cake, and I just have the normal sugar, I shouldn't say. I went to the supermarket and I missed on the refined sugar. Anyway, but I'll go tomorrow and acquire it. I just find it funny. It's weird for me because this is how I'm finding it funny. I don't know. Maybe somebody will say it's normal, but for me, it looks odd. Now she begins preparing a meal. There is oats, there is eggs. She doesn't know that she needs the mushroom. So Petero has to remind her, what about the mushroom? Now I want to see how she will prepare this. Will she be able to go or navigate through the process of preparing whatever she's preparing? Because she's not told us what she's preparing actually. She's told us this is on our breakfast menu. Oats, what we like best. One of our favorites. I'm like, when did you begin loving oats? Whenever you're with Polska, oats are your favorite. Whenever you go back to Nyabohanse, I don't see oats even in your purchases. The interracial lady, interracial girlfriend. Hey.
I don't know how to cook mushrooms Europe style. So I wash them and chop, but I'll cook them separately, yeah? Together with the eggs and everything. What? I've never done that. I don't know. He will teach me basically. But all I need to do, is wash them, chop them. Yeah, our mushrooms back home in Africa, they don't look like that. I wanna wash them.
Are you sure? I've seen mushrooms, the mushrooms that are actually being grown in most of the places. When I was living in Taita Taveta, Mwatate, there are sisters from Spain who are actually my friends, very great friends. I was even helping one of them to study English. Peter Wekesa, I need supper. Hey. Supper, already people have eaten. It's already 8:37 and you're saying you need supper? Where were you? All right. So, when you look at the mushroom she's holding, it's the white mushroom. And in fact, the white mushroom, most of them is genetically engineered, or rather some of it is planted. It's not organic. She always says, I am organic. I take organic. I take organic. I don't know whether she's going to get organic in Poland, Polska. Anyway, I saw them while they were cruising the road to the mothers-in-law. They were walking, or rather driving in the countryside. So I suspect they may also do organic. But here, that mushroom, I can look at it and confidently tell you that that mushroom is genetically engineered. And I've ever seen, as I've told you, I used to have very great friends, the sisters, we call them the sisters who had come from France. And they were actually, they have a convent that is very big after Bura. Now there is the latest that is at Mwatate. So I used just to stay adjacent to them, and they planted this mushroom. So the white mushroom, I don't know why, you know, Dee MWANGO is lying on camera and saying that in Africa we don't have such kind of mushroom. I'm like, are you serious? I've seen this mushroom in Africa. For those people who are serious about agribusiness, genetically engineering things, and sometimes just doing whatever they have to do. I've seen it. So she says, I don't know how to prepare mushroom in the European, in the European way. I'm like, why wouldn't you have established the process? Because if I go to a new place and I'm learning how to prepare new stuff, I wouldn't just do it by myself. And I wouldn't come to camera before I start understanding how to do it. I will actually have to study first, follow the steps even on YouTube, maybe check with whoever is making me cook whatever I have to cook, then come with confidence, full chest, to begin preparing what I have to prepare. But I cannot come to camera, then I begin telling people, I don't know how to prepare it in a European way. Anyway, you will basically teach me. It's very hard for someone to begin teaching you as you are cooking. And in fact, if you look at Polska, Polska looks like he's kind of wants to humiliate somebody. That is my perspective, though. Maybe your perspective would be he's romantic. I don't know. That is your perspective. But in my perspective, he kind of looks like someone who underrates and wants to check on what somebody doesn't know and maybe make a history or whether it's news out of it. Anyway, let's just pay attention and see.
Okay, guys. Close.
We're gonna use like 4 of them.
4 of them?
Not many.
I thought you're cooking everything.
We could, but otherwise it's not gonna be an omelette. It's gonna be like, you know,
Yeah?
too much.
Okay, then we cook
Just
separate.
for the taste.
What if we cook as a separate dish? I'm curious.
Then it could work.
Then it could work?
Yeah, we could make all of them.
Now, this is the problem of discussing what to do when you've already started. I can see Dee MWANGO has already washed some mushroom. And the guy is telling her, you will only do 4. I'm like, which 4? Do we have several other pieces that you are going to cut just like this so that they are 4? Or what are you talking about? Then now she says, what do you mean 4? And then he says, more than 4 will just be too much. I'm like, this one should be discussed before. Because when you start preparing, then you start discussing. It looks very funny. It's weird. It's also embarrassing to whoever is preparing, you know? And why should the boyfriend not just prepare because he knows what to do? So that the girlfriend observes and next time she can do it. You don't tell me to prepare something strange that I've never prepared and let me go about it guesswork on camera. What if it will come out with a very bad taste or come out as inedible? It is what it is. But the interracial couple have to show us the routine anyway. Because video is videoing.
In my mind, I'm already like...
Telenova.
And I'm told only 4 or 3.
Yeah.
Because I've already washed.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I think they have to be washed individually because I think they have some...
Nah, they're fine.
They're fine? Okay, the next thing is I chop them.
I think they have to be washed individually because they seem to have some... I'm like, what do they have, Dee MWANGO? Just tell us. But Polska is saying, no, they're just fine. Okay. So is this for morning, okay. It's meant for morning meal. Anyway. Hey.
In Balkans, they call them zobani.
Zobani?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guys, cook with us. We are in the kitchen making breakfast. Oh, life is life. I'm just trying to make them...
One.
Yeah.
One loaf.
Yes, one more. So they don't be separate.
What do you use Miko for?
Like turning and all these processes.
Only?
And for disciplinary cases.
For what?
Disciplinary cases.
Wow.
Wow, I'm a bit stranded.
Let it sit, maybe.
Two cuts. It has really cooked on this side.
You have.
Oh, I did it! I did it! Yeah, that is huge.
That's even. For today is done.
Tea is
What a
on.
successful day.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What a successful day.
Don't joke.
We did it.
We did it, guys! Flipping it was not easy. Ooh, guys, look at that.
So this is why I like this guy. This is amazing.
That is the routine in the morning. So we have to prepare some mushrooms, some oats, some oats, mushroom, and eggs. And she says that she feels like she's going to lose weight because there is no ugali. But eggs are here. I can see the fruits are here. All right. And one of the things that I don't understand also, when Dee MWANGO is in the village, she says she doesn't take sugar, she doesn't take coffee, or rather coffee. Some of you say coffee, others say coffee, whatever. So she says she doesn't take that. Now I'm coming to this video, and I think I saw something from the list she was picking. There was coffee, right? Let me just check on that, if I'm not wrong. There was. Mm-hmm.
That's coffee.
Yeah.
You want coffee?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Should we use the coffee maker?
You understand the tingle? She doesn't take coffee, and she says, I don't take coffee. In fact, there is a time she gave a reason as to why. I'm just forgetting. If you remember, maybe you can drop a comment in relation to that. But today she goes to Krakow, Poland, and she's checking on the shelf for coffee. That is what she wants. Until the boyfriend is like, really? You want coffee? That's what you want? You know, it's surprising. It's a surprise to him because he doesn't expect her to be taking coffee. All right? But here she goes with coffee. Wewe, nataka uchukue hivyo vitu ufanye umalize upeleke huko, toka.
No, make another like this.
It's too much. I don't like it.
It's not strong. It's gonna be very weak. This coffee is not as strong as the
other one that you always use.
Because this dissolves, you know. You know how it originated, this type of coffee?
No.
I think it was Second World War in the trenches. That's where they started using it.
That's ready. Right there. And then this is...
Now remember, before the coffee, there was a discussion surrounding tea, I guess. And she had to be reminded that you now have to start with tea before placing coffee in the mug.
That strong coffee person, I just like it very mild.
It is mild.
Doesn't feel so. Instant coffee. What? Will not manage this.
It's not strong, no.
I'm not that strong coffee person. I just like it very mild.
It is mild.
Doesn't feel so. Instant coffee. So now we need to... Okay guys, breakfast served. Eggs and oats. Then we have a bowl of fruits. He has tea. I have coffee. That's all we have for breakfast.
Why does this video look boring to me?
Yeah, we are almost. Guys.
Actually, this video looks very boring to me. And it was just done before now they told us that they are going to the countryside to introduce themselves to the mother-in-law. From the CEO has finally had his tea and she had her coffee. And they are now moving to the countryside just some few minutes later.
Continuation of the video. So I love this corner because the sun is hitting on my face so good. Such a pistoine. Such a pistoine, baby. Yeah, I know for sure. Anyways, the sun is feeling good. It's on and off, on and off, on and off. But I love the only person I won't show his face is my boyfriend. The rest you're gonna see them. You're gonna interact with them. And when we hit a 500,000, I will do the face reveal. So it gets me to a 500,000 fast. That's the thing. So I'm excited. I love the village life. I'm from the village, and that's actually where my best contents are from. You know, so I can't wait to go there. You know, then maybe, yeah, then we'll come back to Krakow anytime if you like. So I'll take you guys along, you know. Meanwhile, we get started. Our room is a little bit messy right now because I was doing this video and to be honest, I'm not even about to eat all these snacks. I'm not a snack girl, you know. That was just content shooting.
For science purposes.
For science purposes, yeah?
You have snacks for science purposes? If you two are not lying to us, what exactly are you telling us? Because how would you buy snacks just for shooting or video purposes? I don't think so. My thought is very different actually when I look at the snacks all over the place. And then you come here to tell us that it was just for content purposes. My thought is very different. I don't know whether it's thinking the same as me. But I think it's for lack of content that somebody would just go about trying to throw things here and there and then saying, this room is messy. I'm like, okay, let me join BBTV in something here. Why is this such a small space? When we are building a very, very enormous house back in Nyabohanse, somebody called it what? Somebody called it a storehouse. Storehouse right there. All right? Okay. So now, the lady says the room is messy and she has to wash everything. All right? So she begins to wash everything, but then she does not know that in the modern life, if we have certain items, there is how you have to position them, okay? Like when you're washing utensil, before you place in the specific storage place, where do you start first? You must ensure that you drain the water. Even if you don't have whatever it is, the modern tools, you do it on a basin, right? Or on the sink itself, then place it where it's supposed to be. Or you make sure that while as you wash, maybe you have some towel, then you dry it, especially when you're doing content. You know, content is content. It's not like a normal life when you're just doing things. Anyway, let's look into it.
Do I need to take shower
Sipendi vile
before
mnafanya.
going to the
Nitawaweka
cold plunge? I don't
makofi.
think so.
Nitawaweka
I think you're
makofi.
fresh.
Huh?
I think you're fresh.
Think I'm fresh? Okay. I need to keep these snacks somewhere. I don't know if it smells so good. Yeah, it smells good. With love. Beautiful. My flowers are still so fresh. You know? So now let's clean.
Hey, hey, my goodness. So you begin cleaning and you're using the sink directly, and the plates have some oats which remained on them, some mushroom on them, some eggs. And what you do, You just press and water begins to flow, and you just letting the dirt into the sink. I'm like, oh no, this is just too much. If you want your sink actually to be clean, you start by first of all removing the debris on the plate or the remnants before you begin the washing. But look at this. Water is just running. Look at that.
I don't know if I keep this in the fridge will still be good, the pineapple.
Yeah, better than outside. But in fridge, you can leave it or eat it soon.
Yeah.
Even outside.
I'm not used to
it. Changes a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't like how it changes.
My mom literally doesn't want to use the fridge at all. She always says it spoils food. So I've grown up in this environment where we just eat everything fresh. We don't keep nothing. Okay? So bear with me,
It's called
guys.
zero waste.
Bear with me, guys. Yeah. Welcome to our kitchen. I need to do away with this also. I think our bin is full. Let's go, guys. Come along with me.
We are going along with you. But I'm just getting tired
One
with
thing
this.
I love is the fact that water is warm, so washing dishes is really enjoyable.
Yep.
Here we have the washing soap. Okay. I love the warm water. The warm water so much.
The warm water, at least now the villa itself, Marwa's villa has warm water, so you can enjoy also washing utensils on the sink because it has warm water. You said you enjoy this as there is warm water. Now, one thing I looked at here in this house is that the space is too limited or tiny for that matter. Because like the sitting room, wherever they were eating from, that is the same place where we had all the office aspects. I'm like, all right, we are growing up. Why not? The Polska said on the live stream that he cannot pretend. He has the normal stuff, the car and everything else, okay?
I love starting by wiping the surface first. Supposed to put the
The dryer.
Okay, the dryer. Okay. I was wondering.
I need to get that one for the village.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. For the village, we just live life like the village. We don't need to modernize anything.
No, but it's not modernized.
We let the dishes dry outside in sun, like in Africa. I would want this type of life, you know? We let the dishes dry.
You put them where? On the grass?
We put
Hey, what is this? Why is this guy asking whether in Africa we dry things on the grass? I had not got it before. I just snapped on it. Just because he has a place to dry utensil when we wash, now he says in Africa, people put utensil on grass. I'm like, you are in Nyabohanse. During that duration, where were you seeing people drying their utensil? Because now you are saying, in Africa, do people dry their utensil on grass? Which grass? Dry grass or green grass or what? That is an underration, right? Like he is underrating people to believe that in Africa what is there is grass because it's a village. And I think Dee MWANGO is actually making matters worse because she's trying to exaggerate and rather make things look like in Africa, this is how we live. We don't modernize anything. I'm like, are you serious? If you don't modernize anything, how would you be building a meda villa? And how would you be planning to have 2 pools? How does your brother have all those things that are bought by donatos, from the fridges to the, cookers to whatever it is, Can you be serious? Anyway, we are going to another telenova aspect right now.
Nah, like
just
this.
In few minutes.
Yeah? I'm already giving up. Okay.
See? Wow. Then it hits this middle thing.
You see, I'm used to the outdoor cleaning. I'm used to putting our dishes outside on wood to dry. You see?
This is the Soviet way of how we do things.
Yeah?
Yeah, a Soviet dryer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Soviet. Soviet is very old.
When I saw this, I just began to laugh because I said, now she's going to be introduced to the mother-in-law and father-in-law. What about if they put her to a test, maybe to such a kitchen, and it has such modern items? What will she say? Because if she's already mesmerized and she doesn't understand what to do, and she's actually testifying, saying, in our home, we are used to drying outside on wood. I'm like, but the other day you said you have furnished the house. You have bought everything in it and changed everything in it. How comes here now you're testifying that you just dry things outside on wood? I don't just get it. I don't get it.
Ours, then I don't know what to say. This is the modern one. We have these things back home, but my home, from experience, we don't have it. We drive from outside, and we are okay. From grass, you just throw the dishes outside.
From grass? From grass, Dee MWANGO.
One thing with Europe, people are very minimalistic, like no wasting water, no using a running tap, because the water bills are insane.
True.
But back home, we get water from the well and we don't care.
What are you saying, Dee MWANGO? Because what I know, Nyabohanza also has a problem with water, and I don't think you just use water the way you want. Even though maybe you might use it a little bit more than in Europe, but then you cannot say that people in Africa don't care how they use water.
Like we don't have these bills. Specifically for my home.
Bills.
I'm not speaking for everybody.
Okay, maybe your home. Good. At least she made a point to say in her home.
This doesn't need to be here. We can dispose this. Almost done. What's remaining? Let me see. Because we're gonna eat it just so soon.
Beba itogo tupeleka huko. Wananitafuta sasa. Anyway, I am tired after watching that video.
Good morning, good morning.
But anyway, let's get to good morning. Good morning. The travel commando from Africa. I've traveled 70 countries without repeat. There are how many? All right. So here, Marwa came up with a baby on the stairs. Is it this video? I think so. And he puts a child on stairs, then, begins to say that people are telling me to build a rail or something like that. Did he say so? I'm like, why should you do this? I don't know whether it's this video. Let me just check. Yeah, I think.
purposes. This was one of my first horses that we bought. We have others here. So I need to build a stable. A stable is a house for the horses. And also we need to plant enough grass. So now here we have onyx, 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 and Malaika is the mother to onyx. But now we need to have a very good plan. Can you see how horses are very, they have, you see, this one stops it. Like it's discipline. It's not about force. It's more of discipline. Yeah. So look how tall he is. I am 5.8. Pole Rio. You know, he's not very happy because he wants to go and eat food. Give them some food.
You know that the horse is not very happy because the horse needs some food, and you are still tying it right in a I don't know how to call this structure, just to restrain him and make content before you can release him to go and take the food. Why do people punish animals anyway? If I don't know how to take good care of an animal, I wouldn't rear that animal. But Amarwa is here telling us that Apalosa are almost here, and he's going to create a bigger stable and also plant more grass. If animals are supposed to come by next month, is just 8 days away. How would you be planning to plant grass today? I think the best thing is you buy enough and then now go on and plant more, because it doesn't beat logic anyway to go and begin planting right now. All right?
He's still growing. He's 15.3 hands. So one thing I was telling you about horses is there are different types of horses. Like that one, Malaika, cannot really pass as a horse. Though it can do things, it can go to competition, it can do a lot of things, but it's called big pony. Yes, good morning. Well, nimeona huyo farasi mdogo anauma nini? Anauma hizi mbao. Akikaa hapo ndio unaona anaangia kiasi. Asikae hizo. So say it's brought by when the horses are idle. When they are idle, they start having that behavior. This is Joseph, our horse trainer. Now he's trained these horses. You can back them or you can climb them in short. Rio has a problem with its lower limb out of training. Leo anaendelea aje ama bado ako vile vile? Naona bado anashtuka. Ability, okay? A thoroughbred stallion. Then all females that are above 3 years are called mares. It's easy to remember that.
That one I heard yesterday.
That being said, now me as a new horse breeder, I have to prepare different fields for these horses. For example, now we will be separating this area.
Okay, so the land, the swamp is almost going to be separated. I think in agriculture we used to talk about it as paddocking. Paddocking, I think. I don't know why Marwa keeps saying we will separate the field. I'm like, how do you separate the field? It's not like water and tea or water and salt that you can, even that, how do you separate anyway? But he's talking about separating the field, which I think is paddocking kind of, so that he can create different areas for different types of, horses. As he has told us, he's telling us that Maisha is not really a horse as such. And I'm like, what is he? I think horses are horses. Then under that, you can have categories. This is a bit confusing for me. Anyway.
Okay, you see here, we'll have to cut this compound. Going that way. And
we have to cut, so we'll cut it. Cut.
Okay, and even I'm thinking here also we'll have to separate it into two groups. Okay, we will have to separate it into two groups. We will have one separation over there. That's why you see me having these timbers here.
Okay.
This is all eating. But one thing I want to do with my horses, this is my heart desire. And if you are a horse lover, you can actually write me an email. You'll have helped me. Is to have my horses do what we call free range. Free range is where they walk freely. The only challenge I'm having is now I will, like right now we are bringing 2 new stallions. We're going to bring an Appaloosa stallion, and also we're going to be bringing a Frisian stallion. So those 2 stallions plus Rio, who is a thoroughbred stallion, it's going to be crazy. They can fight to death just for dominance, especially like Rio now. You know, Rio knows this compound. He will see other males arriving. He will be like, who are these guys? Who has brought you to my kingdom, in quote?
My goodness, I didn't know that part, but I heard him yesterday talk about the stallions don't stay together. When stallions are many, then they fight. And he knows that, but he's bringing more stallions. Why? I just don't see the sense in that, because if there is a problem for the stallions being together, many of them, then if I were him, I would have preferred maybe bring the female ones, because the female don't have a problem, the male have. So bringing the more stallion Appaloosa, and he has talked about another breed. And again, if his desire is to breed horses, why is he bringing different varieties? Like, does he want to exercise, or rather to test on crossbreeding, or what exactly is happening? I can't get it. Because he's bringing a Appaloosa, which is a stallion. The other type he has said is also a stallion. And also, we already have another stallion right here. So I'm like, what is the telenova about?
I'm going that way. Okay? And even I'm thinking, here also we'll have to separate it into 2 groups. Okay, we will have to separate it into 2 groups. We will have one separation over there. That's why you see me having these timbers here. This is all to do the paddocking. And also on the other side, we need to build a stable for the horses, because also maybe some days, like right now, you see they are here. They are eating. But one thing I want to do with my horses, this is my heart desire. And if you're a horse lover, you can actually write me an email. You'll have helped me.
You've already made a decision that you'll have a free range for your horses. Then you now say, write me an email, you'll have helped me. If you've already made a decision, and those of you who know, of course, this guy, he doesn't listen to what other people say. At least I've seen David Jr. tries to listen, then he adjusts, and you'll hear him saying, I did this because of what you told me. But you, Baba Marwa, you don't actually consider what people say. You go on with what your heart desires, not what people want. All right?
To have my horses do what we call free range.
But
Free
what
range
is the
where they
problem,
walk
Maro?
freely. The only challenge I'm having is now I will, like right now we are bringing 2 new stallions. We're going to bring an Appaloosa stallion, and also we're going to be bringing a Frisian stallion.
Oh, Frisian and Appaloosa. Frisian and Appaloosa, right? And already you have this other one. You said he's what? I can't recall, because I've no interest currently in horses.
So those 2 stallions plus Rio, who is a thoroughbred stallion.
Oh, thoroughbred. Thoroughbred? You say thoroughbred? We have Frisian and we have Appaloosa. Thoroughbred, Frisian, Appaloosa. Now, why 3 variety of stallions with 1 female? Are you trying to maybe create a room whereby you are breeding, experimenting with different Frisian or Appaloosa or whichever to breed using 1 Rio? I don't know. I'm not so sure about it.
They can fight to death just for dominance, especially like Rio now. You know, Rio knows this compound. He will see other males arriving. He will be like, who are these guys?
So you are ready to bring a stallion to fight crazy till death? Really? Is that what you want to do? Because if you know they'll fight, then you would rather not bring them. But already they're on the way. In fact, maybe they're arriving in 5 days or so, I don't know. Or exact 8 days, I don't know. So why then should you really bring the different stallions here just to make them fight crazy till death? You know that can happen, and you're bringing them to fight till death. Okay, so I don't know how Marwa thinks or reasons or plans, but I don't just understand his strategic plans, because this is a telenova in making. So we are just going to wait for the war. The war amongst the 3 stallions. Yeah? The 3 breeds that are being brought here to breed. I don't know with who, because we only have 1 female. In fact, the other one was a male also, right? The colt is a male one. Yeah. But away from this drama,
who has brought you to my kingdom, in quote. So that by itself is giving me a lot of pressure to not only separate the compound for the horses, but also buy more bigger lands. Because you can imagine those 3.
so Maro is going to buy more and bigger lands so that he can fit in the horses and create his own Polska here, Poland in Nyabohanse, guys. Yeah.
3 horses you've seen over there, they graze this entire compound, which is...
So Marwa, are you trying to say this so that people can now contribute, or you have the money? When it comes to land, you have the money. But when it comes to development, people can help, right? I am trying to understand. Let me see.
Close to, I don't know, 1 acre or 2 acre or 3 acres, I actually don't know. Not acre, but hectare. You know, the bigger one. So that being said, is I am under pressure. That's why you see every day me I'm saying about horses.
Hey, Marwa is under pressure to actually acquire another piece of land. So guys, Donatus, the next project away from the pool, once we modernize and create a pool, our next project is to buy another land. Did you hear? So the travel commander cannot be suffering when you are there. Can you scratch your pockets? Can you check your banks and send some money here? Send some money for more land in hectares so that it can fit in the horses, right? Yes.
Horses. But at least today I've explained to you, for you to understand the dynamics when it comes to housekeeping. Taken care of, like even right there when you see I have fishes. If you are very careful, if you look carefully, there are things looking like small dots on the water. That is food, okay, for the fishes. So how they did put some food here. And just that guy to be putting food here also, because there are fishes there also. Okay. So sometimes some people will just push me. Maro, do it. I have to run I have to run projects at the same time. For example, my horse project, somebody may think it's not a good idea for you to start horsing, to keep horses.
Canadian Prospect, welcome. So the next project Marwa has actually pushed on the subscribers, or rather the supporters, is land. He wants land for the horses, guys. He's saying that it's not possible for the different stallions to stay together. He's bringing up Alosa. He has Fashion, and formerly he had the tree. He has said the three breeder or something like that. So how can you allow the travel commander to actually be stressed about the horses? So he has said, remember, I need more land. He has also said the land should be in hectares, not acres. 2 or 3 hectares. Do you know what that means? A lot of money. But I think you, Donatos, you have the money. It's only the project that was waiting. You didn't know the next project the travel commander would want. But the travel commander has now given a list of 5 projects. The first project is supposed to be the pool. Modern pool has to be constructed. In fact, the person who came to survey and check on budgeting is almost dropping the budget very soon. The next project is supposed to be the furnishing of the house, because in 2026, December, we have international guests. All right? The third project is grass. We are supposed to plant enough grass for the horses. So do not relax. Go to the banks, check how much is there. Send, so that Marwa does not continue suffering. So remember, there are hectares of land that are required, 2 hectares of land. Okay? You also have to remember, the modern pool has to be done. Okay? Also remember, we have to polish the house so that when the international big supporters come, they are okay. Okay? Now, remember also, you are pushing him on projects, but do you know that the fish that is inside that pool require some machine that will be allowing the circulation of water in the pool? Do you? And there are more projects. In fact, the studio for Rocio has not even started. So guys, why are you relaxing? Marwa is under pressure and you are the ones pressuring. So pressure and send some money, because all these things cannot be managed without money. Have you seen how you forced Marwa to actually place a child on a stairs? I don't want to bring that receipt there. But Marwa had to place a child on stairs. And that was somehow, I think it was targeted. He did that intentionally. He placed Maisha on the stairs. And while the child is actually crawling on the stairs, he's there saying, people are telling me to create these stairs that are friendly to the child. But where is the money? So that is project number 5. All right? I hope you got it right. All the projects must run. And for all of them to run, money is important.
Right now, that is my big dream. You know, houses like this, rooms like this, at least you can see, you can go to the toilet, there's a TV, you can shower. It's not complete. For example, we've not put, what is it called here? Closets, we've not. But at least you can use the toilet. It's very spacious. You can shower, okay? And even the last big flex I can say is we've put hot water in this house. That was one of our biggest challenge. For me, that is a very good step, okay? For me, that's a very big step. But somebody else would say, oh, this guy is not... and if it's that easy, do it for me and show me. And I'm not saying you shouldn't criticize me.
Today he has accepted criticism. He's saying you shouldn't criticize him, but do it for him. Instead of criticizing OT, JT, and whoever you are, he is telling you to go ahead and help him. Don't just criticize, help Marwa. You are saying that the house is incomplete. Caro, are you in the house? JT, are you in the house? OT, are you in the house? Neotrends, are you in the house? Muzungu Pebbles, BBTV, and whoever you are. You are saying that Marwa cannot complete the villa. Can you do it for him and show him? Umeweka nini?
But for example, me buying horses, I know that's a very huge investment. Can you imagine me and my friend, we are in Dubai and we are auctioning and we just sold our house for even
Ukimaliza uta
$1 million US. I'll fix my house like chua, you know. So sometimes I think crazily, but Maybe it's just wishes, but for me, I believe everything starts from the mind. And also, that being said, is I'm doing what I am able to do for now. I'm doing what I'm able to do for now. Putting things. I just wanna. They're turning on the lights. They look blinky like this, but it's because of the camera. It's always never like that. It's always nice.
Really?
So, I just wanted to appreciate where we've come from. So, all these things I've told you, then oh my God. You see it? The problem my camera doesn't have, I need to buy them female. As a man, better my community, to better my society.
So have you understood? Because Mara is trying to tell you, understand me. I have the ability to transform Africa, not just Kenya. I have the ability to transform Africa, not just Kenya, not just Nyabohanse. But what do I require? I require your support. If you can do it for me, why not? If you send enough money, why not? I'll be like, chua, in a minute, everything is done. And remember another project. I need the female peacocks. You bought me the male peacocks. Now I need the female peacocks so that they can breed. I'm breeding everything from the birds to the pigeons to the hen to the horses to the cows and everything, right? Yeah, so I hope you've understood me. Anyhow, let's get to Rocio Cabrera and see what we can talk about here. Of course, I did some part of that video, but I did not finish because I didn't want to exhaust it. It's a long one, right? When she was saying she is updating us. It was a live stream, right? It was a live stream. Tea. Hey, finish your tea and sleep. Wake up.
Long a love relationship would last. We don't know how long a friendship with someone would last. And
Tea.
especially me as a
Blah, blah.
traveler, moving all the time, getting very used to say goodbye and to say nice to meet you. For me, it was I really learned the presence of people in the moment and the time that they are meant to be in my life. A lot of people come with gift for us. They can come to as a vessel to open doors to us. For me, he was the one that brought me to the motherland. I could have come myself, yes, for sure, but God decided to bring me holding hands and to bring me I think more in a more powerful way. And he also put like a stairs for me for this social media exposure that I said to heaven that I was ready, you know, that I tell God.
I said to heaven I was ready. Telenova continues shortly.
Okay, I'm ready to be exposed. Okay, here you go, Rocio. And Mara has been acting as a vessel for that, so I really appreciate
This dog.
that. And I really thank God for putting me Mara in this case. I could have done all of that by myself. Yes, definitely yes, because
Are you so sure that you would have done all that without Marwa? I really doubt, Rocio. Actually, be sincere. Be sincere to yourself for once, because you had struggled in the streets of Mexico without moving an inch. And you should just say that it is out of this that you made it, but don't say you would have done it. And why are you calling Kenya motherland? Really? Like Africa is your motherland? Hey, Mama Africa. Hey, hey. Anyway, let me spare her from that.
of course I know that a lot of people think when these things happens, not just to me but also to others, there is a lot of this negative commenting saying, "Oh, without him you wouldn't be.
True.
Oh, you're nothing without. If it wasn't for him, blah blah blah." You know, the truth is without him or without those vessels that appeared in our life, we are still able to walk to our dreams, to walk.
Not really.
In my notes, in 2 years, I have reached 9,628,965 views. 9 million views in 2 years. 9 million people altogether if they jump. They do one jump.
Normally, what I know about those people watchers today, maybe if I receive 3,000 people watching me, they may be the same people will watch me tomorrow. So you cannot say that if you've really had 9 million views, it means 9 million people watched you. It doesn't happen like that. If that was the case, even your subscribers would all equally be but the viewers are normally the same. They keep watching you the same. And if they really want to support you, they might even play 2 computers or 3 at the same moment. And of course, views will count. So you cannot say that you had 9 million
9 million
people
together.
watching.
Do the earth will shake? Probably yes. I cannot even imagine to see 9 people together, 9 million people together at the same time. But 9 million people have watched me, and my insights on I got this discomfort. I got challenged by the emotion that this negativity will bring. People having a not so nice opinion about you, it can affect you, but it didn't affect me so much. So I think I really appreciate what I did, this solid foundation that I built before. And yes, I still have people that comes to me and tell me, "Oh, please don't listen to them, or don't worry about what they say," and or they say, "Oh, I probably I know that you know that they are saying this and this and this and this," and many times I laugh and I tell them, "I don't know. I have no idea. I don't listen to them. If I'm walking on the street and one of them passes next to me, I cannot even recognize them." This
Okay.
with you because maybe it can just be an idol. Rocio, people don't like you for the way you sing. People like you for who you are. And that didn't make sense for me until I live all this process here of
Anyway, I don't want to go on with the telenova. But meanwhile, I've also seen this aspect of Devi today going crazy because of the lady, the granddaughter to the dancing grandma, actually lied about a phone. I think she feels like David Jr. has more money than she's receiving. She doesn't have the right to. But I think she feels like that because the kind of phones David Jr. has been buying for people, including Brian Vepper and the rest of them, I think they're making her feel like David Jr. has money. So she decided today to come from school and come say that she has been sent away for a phone. And I think I'll be reacting on that more tomorrow because I don't know why David Jr., even though it is through the camera that people decided to help her. But does David Jr. then have a right to go actually accusing people while putting the camera on, and even some of them are not aware? I was just looking at this video that he made about the lie from this lady. And at the end of the day, he was really complaining bitterly about the lies of this girl. But I've just realized that in Nyabohanse, that's the telenova. People have to lie about something. Maybe their food, their children, maybe their family. How many people, for example, we've seen Nastom and so many other people lying that they are not married when they are married. In fact, if we look at Evans, or is it Evans or who? This guy who has been so close to Marwa, even a moderator, then he walked out the other day, and Judy Moyo had a problem with him. So the problem with people in Nyabohanse, they lie a lot. Even married people will say they are single. Yeah. And somehow they'll begin pushing away their wives so that they can remain single. We've seen Mapopo. Mapopo was actually having a problem to move to the new house because he feels like he's still not acknowledging the family until he realizes some of his subscribers are helping him because of the family. That is when now he has decided to relocate to that house. You look at the people like Gintu even, they live a lie in one way or the other. I don't want to go into details, but if you check on them, you realize there is a lie they live. All right? So I didn't understand when David Jr. actually called this lady a big liar, because do you know even girls or boys who finish high school, the first thing they'll have to make sure they struggle to have a phone. And that is why these days sometimes their parents make sure that by the time a child finishes Form 4, they have bought a phone for them, so that they don't go cheating about, as a phone has become one of the important devices. Though I just don't know. This lady already was cheated into having a child already. And I don't know how comes she did not even have a phone. But anyway, it is what it is. I know by tomorrow people will have bought a phone for that lady. That one, I'm sure, take it to the bank. Take it to the bank, because when I see David Jr.'s videos with a lot of dramas, all I know is that, yeah, maybe he's making a point on one end about people lying on camera, but at the end of it, someone will willingly buy a phone for that girl. Take that to the bank. And maybe buying those products and what have you, I don't know. How do you take someone to the farm without a jembe? That girl went to college, they paid fee, but they didn't buy the products. And she's going to do beauty therapy. Beauty therapy, actually, when you go, you need some items, you need products. And I don't understand why that college tells the students to go about in the streets to look for people and convince them so that they can come and have their hair dressed. I don't just know. Even though communication skills is a lesson we learn, you can't tell me that in 1 week someone already has mastered the art to convince people to come to their place. But I found that funny. Anyway, we'll be doing a more deeper analysis tomorrow on this. I think we have taken a lot of time already. I thank you all for having come to watch. There was Peter Wekesa, Canadian prospect, Altaf Raza. We had Scamaro for a few minutes. And who else? I think those are the people who watched. Maybe somebody else watched, but they did not share their name. That doesn't mean that I'm not appreciative to them. I also appreciate a lot. And I actually request humbly that you continue subscribing to the channel and supporting me. Today I didn't have a lot of time to do more videos. How I wish I had had enough time. But I posted an event that was going on, and I've also done this reaction. So maybe tomorrow I'll have more time to do maybe 3 videos or 4. I don't know. But I'm trying to come back to the track. Today and yesterday, maybe the last 3 days compared to the previous one, my watch hours have gone a bit low. So thank you so much. Good night. And good day for those whose moment is daytime.